Hello, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to our Apex Legends news episode. I hope you guys all enjoy. As of last night, our first live balance did go live. Some big weapon changes for just 2 weapons out there, but also some great messages from Respawn and JFresh. I love how intact they're actually keeping this relationship with the community so far. They make a lot of great points in this Reddit post. I will link down below for all of you. Before we get into the actual updates, both the updates that are live currently in the game and the updates that will go live once Season 1 and our first Battle Pass is here, I do want to say a quick TLDR of their future updates was very important to me. They want less frequent, higher impact, better tested updates, aka how I took that. They don't want to be the Fortnite of battle royales out there. You guys, if you play Fortnite, you know about Fortnite. Nearly weekly updates over there, especially as of late, full of bugs, seemingly not fully tested, and each patch comes with a slew of issues. They do not want to be the Fortnite of battle royales. Respawn does not want to be Epic, and I think it was a great wording they did this here, guys. Higher impact, better tested, less frequent for the future going forward for these patches. But let's break it down right now. First of all, the weapon changes currently live in the game, which are not too surprising. And that, of course, first being the Wingman Nerf, not a single nerf, not a double nerf, actually a kind of a smaller triple nerf out there. Breaking it down very briefly as well, there's a skull piercer, that headshot multiplier reduced very briefly. Alongside that, of course, the overall rate of fire reduced. And then also I needed kind of an important one here. I thought we actually called this out early on as well. Throughout, ever since the launch of the game, you could actually hip fire just about as accurately as you could aiming down sights. The spread of that has now been increased when hip firing, as well as a reduced rate of fire. So when you do hip fire, it's going to be an increased spread as well as a reduced rate of fire. It was pretty OP. You could actually hip fire as fast and almost as accurately as aiming down the sights, and they've actually targeted all of those, I would say, fairly well. It's not going to be an over nerf, but we're going to wait to see how it plays out. And then very lastly, again, only 2 big updates for weapons out there. The Peacekeeper going to be seeing a slight nerf out there in terms of the shotgun bolt. It will be a slower rechamber rate, which means a slower rate of fire. The shotgun bolt will still affect other shotguns and how it did before in terms of benefits. It will just affect the Peacekeeper a little bit less. I think it's going to be a solid update as well. Both these updates are not too, I would say, too critical, but the Wingman, obviously a pretty heavy nerf out there. We will see how they play it out, but also some great things out there in terms of the future for Respawn, what they want to do. They actually touched on, once again, hitboxes and those issues, and of course how high of an impact the hitboxes have on the game, and that's why they delayed the hitbox resolution, which I am really thankful for, because a lot of developers out there probably would release a janky hitbox system because people complain so much. They release a broken system and then there's just more complaints all about it. They are taking their time to try and fix the tricky bodies of course, having bulky bodies and slim bodies and broken bodies like Pathfinder. I think it's great, and they have actually mentioned come Season 1, the launch of Season 1, which should be sometime, I still think, very, very soon around the corner, they will release their brand new system of hitboxes. I am very, very curious. I think all of us are, how they're going to resolve this issue, because there is no easy fix around this. You can't just increase the hitboxes for the smaller characters. You can't just decrease the hitboxes for the bigger characters. I am very, very curious how they will actually resolve this issue, because competitively, it just is, there's not too many advantages out there to actually choosing a larger character currently. We will see how they fix those. And then very lastly, I guess I'll just cover these very briefly, because these still could change. These slight Legends nerfs out there, slight Legends buffs and balances out there could still change before the release of our first season. But anyway, we're going to see some caustic balancing out there. Overall, some buffs and some nerfs for that character. A Pathfinder straight buff out there to more beacons being in game. A slight lifeline nerf to her care package, no longer actually having that chance to drop any level 4s. And then a Wraith nerf as well to her Into the Void with an additional 5-second cooldown. It was previously 20 seconds, now 25 seconds. And then very lastly, a slight actual nerf to Bangalore's move speed bonus from double time, reduced from 40% to 30%. I covered those very fast because they're not going to be too game changing out there. I think just some slight balancing out there, which should be added to in the future as well. Either way, I would say a great live balance update. That's why it got nearly 16K upvotes. I love the interaction these guys are having so far with the community, and I love where the game is going so far as well. I'm just, the questions are turning up here. I'm very curious how they're going to release Season 1 as well as the Battle Pass. There is so much going into this with the hitboxes, the weapons balances out there, so much important stuff, and I'm very glad to see they're actually taking their time amidst all these leaks out there, all these rumors of the Battle Pass being last week or this week. So I'm very grateful right now where we are currently in the game, and I'm super excited to see where the game goes in the future. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy Apex news. I'll be back here sometime soon breaking down tournament results or a future update or Season 1 Battle Pass when it does launch. Until next time, take care.